Hello. How is everybody? I hope your February is started off wonderfully. I am here with week 1 for the hashtag Feb Self Love. And this is another collab that Rochelle from Amethyst Ascension put together. But the content for this month and our content creator for this month is Debbie from the Consulting Crohn's channel. And then also she has her channel, Debbie's Witchy Vlog. I actually found Debbie quite a while ago. I love watching her journaling, which is what originally brought me to her channel. And then I've watched her ever since. And I just want to say thank you so much to Debbie and Rochelle for all the hard work that they've put into this month. First of all, Debbie has done such an amazing job. She has put so much work into this month. I mean, all the creators that we've had creating content for us the last several months have been amazing and just put so much hard work into it, and I'm so grateful for their hard work. Debbie has created a PDF for each week and full of just chock full of tons of information and activities and all types of things. And then her and Rochelle created another amazing digital journal for us to use this month, which is free. It is on their Ko-fi. However, you know, it's also amazing if you can tip. I usually tip. But let's see. Oh, yes. Also, I knew there was something else I wanted to say. There's even a ton of resource links here that she has put together, which I haven't got to go through them all yet, or any of them yet, but I'm looking forward to it. But there's 2 pages here of links that take you to free printables and all types of information regarding mindfulness and self-love. And then her craft for this week was actually making a self-love jar, which I didn't get to do. Oh, wait, I'm skipping ahead. I wanted to mention that this is in collaboration with the Divination and Spirituality Facebook group. And if you want to join in and you also join the Facebook group, Debbie created a self-love bingo. Show you it real quick. And I have, let's see, 8 marked off so far. I don't have bingo yet. So that is fun. And then Debbie's craft for this week was creating a self-love jar, and she created all of these affirmations that we can put in our self-love jar. And I'll be honest, I had this really cool idea that I wanted to try, and I just didn't have the chance to do it. You know, it's been a little bit rough lately. Nothing to worry about, but I just couldn't get to it. And I was feeling bummed, but then I was watching Tony from Antoinette's Jewelry and Tarot here on YouTube, her do her week 1 video. And the same thing happened to her. She had these great ideas, but she wasn't able to, you know, get to do them. And she was like, you know what? But she's not going to feel bad about it because that's part of self-love too, right? You know, not forcing yourself to try to do all these things when maybe you just need a little rest time. So I liked that. And that's another thing that Debbie said too, is all of this information she's put together is just to put it out there to us, but we can pick and choose what we want to do and when we want to do it. There is no pressure here because, again, this is all about self-care, so no pressure. And I did actually create this little self-love shaker jar last year with my sisters. I think it was last February. So I've had that for a year now that I use. It was my first shaker jar, and I filled it a little too full, but you know. Oh, and I have this gorgeous rose quartz that I love, this palm stone. And this is actually a crystal that I am using the whole year. It stays by my bed. And do you see that? If this had been cut into a sphere shape, it actually would have been a star rose quartz, which is really cool. It's the palm stone, so we don't have the star, we just have the one line going through it. And it doesn't show up as well on camera as it does in person, but it's just such a gorgeous crystal. Oh my gosh, I never noticed that before. Do you guys see the rainbow right there? How beautiful. Told you this baby is special. And so, in place of the self-love affirmation jar, I actually decided to pull out a deck that I haven't used for a while. And maybe me not having time to create this self-love jar, which I still can do at any point, but maybe me not having time to get it done this week was for a purpose, which was to reconnect me with this deck I haven't used in a while. And I forgot how much I love it. I think, you know, the color scheme and everything just isn't really my vibe. And maybe that's why I stopped reaching for it. I don't know, but I forgot how much I love it. So I've really enjoyed reconnecting with this deck this month so far. It is the Mindful Collective Affirmations. It doesn't have like an artist name or a creator name, but it's from the mindfulcollectivegroup.com. The universe hears the whispers in your heart. And this also has my favorite kind of gilding. So it's actually orange on this deck, but on the Soul Mirror, if you have the Soul Mirror Oracle, you'll know what I'm talking about. It doesn't come across on camera as well, but it's a matte gilding full of sparkle. And it's so sparkly in person. You can kind of see it there. But I've realized this is my favorite kind of gilding, the matte sparkle gilding. And then we've got some different backs. This one always makes me think of my mom because she's a Leo. I think there's a couple other backs. There's another one, I think. There it is. She's so pretty. So let's just go ahead and read one of these cards. I'm going to set this down here. Just take the one on top. And this is why I love it. Sometimes just the one word or the one sentence affirmations don't fully do it to me. I have to be convinced. And these have kind of like a poetry. I don't know if it's really a poetry, but it's a little more in depth, as you can see. Detox. Too often we see this word and we instantly think body, diet, movement. Do we ever stop and think about how we can cleanse our minds? What mental clutter are we hanging on to? Perhaps unnecessarily. Sister, if it doesn't spark joy in your mind, in your body, or in your soul, discard it. Just as we have the power to select the food we eat, we have the power to select our thoughts. Detoxifying our mind, body, and soul begins with one selected thought at a time. I love this deck, you guys. I really do. And I'm so grateful to be reconnecting with it again. All right. And then next, another thing she created for this week, this is all still just the week one, was some mindfulness and presence journaling prompts and a self-reflection spread. So the self-reflection spread is what we are going to do now. And I am using my Enchanted Tarot. I trimmed it, all the sides, the top, the bottom, gilded it in gold, and it was still too long for me to be able to grab it and grab enough of it to shuffle, so then I ended up having to cut the titles off. But not always am I able to, these fabric collages that she created are gorgeous, but not all of them I can easily tell what card they are. So I went ahead and cut the title off and then wrote it on the little sliver that I left at the bottom. because I just couldn't dream of writing across her artwork. And it's a little bit easier for me to use now. My handwriting isn't that great, so it took me a minute to make the decision, but I wanted this to be a usable deck for me. So I am going to go, there's 4 cards for this spread. I am going to go ahead and pull the 4 cards, lay them face down, and then we'll come back and look at them together. Okay, all done. And look at this. This is the first, I don't usually lay my cards face down. But I was doing that so we could see the cards for the first time together. And look, they made the backs are a, oh goodness, what is the word? The word just escaped me, but pattern. They all match up, put it that way. The pattern matches up on all of them. Isn't that cool? So let's see, our first card. Where am I right now in my self-love journey? And we've got the 10 of Pentacles. That is a beautiful card. And let's see what the book has to say. I love reading the books. The first rule of any plan that would succeed is make your base secure. There is a strong circle of support around you. You are emerging into a world that holds the complete manifestation of all you want materially, plus happiness. You will feel supported and protected by established roles and structures and may use this security to increase your wealth status and influence. Great wealth can be yours. A relative or a protective person may be involved. And our next card, what are my strengths that I should recognize and celebrate? Ooh, the King of Hearts. Okay. I was trying to see which section I should read. You will encounter someone you will encounter or must act like someone who knows how to be an advisor, a healer, or an artist. Be the ruler of your emotions and seek to understand, not repress them. Study the life and teachings of a master philosopher. Reward yourself by taking time to luxuriate in a bath scented with lavender oil. Yes, please. As you relax, open your heart and forgive anyone against whom you may hold hard feelings. Extend compassion toward them and reflect upon the mighty healing power of forgiveness. And then next, what challenges am I facing in loving myself? Princess of Swords. Oh. The first thing I think when I see the sword suit is, it's the mental suit. So one of my challenges is my own mental state of mind and my own thoughts is what I'm thinking right off the bat. Princess of Swords. Okay, let's see. What section do we want to read? If you wish to know the answer to a question or want a creative idea, write your request in blue ink on a piece of white paper. Fold the paper and draw a butterfly on the outside. Place the piece of paper under your pillow. The answer idea will come to you immediately upon awakening. I'm so going to try that. I've been in a creative slump lately, and I'm totally going to try that. Some interesting information will surprise you. You will be filled with ideas and knowledge of how to apply your theories to your world. Your ability to think abstractly will enable you to see weak spots. The ability to cut through extraneous words in your communications will benefit you. Be aware that the appearance of the Princess of Swords in a reading may mean that a person with her qualities should soon appear in your life. And our last card, where should I focus my self-love efforts this week? Oh, the High Priestess. One of my favorite cards in general, but also one of my favorite cards in this deck. It's so beautiful. Love her. You need to become more aware, receptive, intuitive, and even psychic. Get your ego out of the way and let the forces of a higher power work through you. Learn to let chaos work for you. Beautiful. Ooh, I can't wait to read the rest of what the book has to say about these cards. I love this deck. Beautiful. And then let's pull a couple oracle cards. I pulled out the, trying not to drop my cards here, sorry. I pulled out my Frida deck and my Seasons of the Witch Imbolc deck. I'm going to pause it, pull the cards, and be back. All right, so the backs of my Frida cards are all different. And I stopped on this one and chose this one because the roses and everything makes me think of February and self-love and everything. So even though I don't care for the fake rose scent, real roses do smell beautiful. And the message is, keep believing as your dreams won't expire. Never, ever give up on yourself. Oh, beautiful message. And then, let's see what we got from Seasons of the Witch Imbolc. The Arts and Crafts card. I get this card all the time. I even got this card in a subscription box recently, like a couple months ago. And funny enough, this is the card that caused me to stop using the Imbolc deck for a while. I kept getting this card, and I love this card and what this card means to me. However, the entry in the book I don't care for as far as this card goes. And I kept getting it, and I would read it, and I was trying to apply that entry to me and everything, and it's not what this card means to me, so I think that's why I stopped reaching for this deck. However, I decided to pull this deck back out this year and try to connect with it again, because why let one card entry turn me off of a deck? I don't have to read the book entry for this card. I can have my own meaning for this card, so I don't know why I let that stop me. So again, another deck that I'm reconnecting with this year and this month and loving using so far. So this month is all about reconnections as well. Arts and Crafts. Nothing exists without the essence of spirit. May it be whispers or chants, your energy is what brings life to all that you create. Beautiful. Even my nails. I realize now that my nails are pink on camera. And you guys know I am not a pink girl. But in real life, it's a gorgeous shade, like lavender shade with just a hint of pink to it. And I was like, okay, that's about as much pink as I can handle, but it is a really pretty color. So I'm going to do my nails this color for February and our hashtag FebSelfLove. And then I noticed that they just show up totally pink on camera. That's okay. At least in person, they're more purple for me. But yeah, so I really, really am grateful to Debbie for all the hard work she has put into this month. It is really much needed. The last couple months, haven't been fully the best. And so I was really in need of this self-care, intentional self-care and working on self-love this month. So this was a wonderful spread that you created, Debbie. Thank you so much for all of your hard work that you've put into this. Thank you, Rochelle, for putting this together, and the digital journal as well. And I cannot wait to see what Debbie has in store for us next week. So I will be back next week with that, and I'll see you all soon. Have a magical, magical day.